All right, so this is the wellness app. Let me share my screen. Yes, that's button one, and this is button two. Here we are. And then on the left side is the live wellness app, and on the right side is a small video that I'll show you later. Because now they finally have a tool to first measure people and then give advice instead of the other way around. And so that's what we do with BioKissed. We measure you from within, and we do that with urine tests. We call it the biostrips. I'll show them in a few minutes. And so we test you on a couple of parameters. So we have 10 to start with. The first one is water intake, pH levels, protein, ketones, sodium, oxidative stress, calcium, magnesium, vitamin C, and zinc. And so, yeah, I know I have a bunch of tens right now, but the people who have been in meetings with me, they have seen all kinds of scores because each time when you take a meal in, this has an impact on your body. And so it's always the goal to reach as many tens as possible on a daily base. Obviously, we're not going to let you do a test on a daily base because we work with tips, and those tips are nutrition tips and wellness tips that you should integrate during your week, and you need some time to accomplish them. So let me show you a little bit more of what I'm telling you right now. But so I've been working pretty hard when it comes to nutrition and even some supplements on top. And so my results are pretty awesome right now. I'm really happy for this because it's absolutely motivating that when you do the test and you have a good score, it's the same than working pretty hard for an exam and then having the results and having an A plus, right? So that's exactly the same. So okay, let's just push a button here. Let's make a selection. Okay, protein. All right. So we go to the learn more. So first of all, you get a resume. I'm going a bit too fast. And so the resume gives you what does it mean for your body? Like in a few bullet points, the 10 out of a 10. And then you see, okay, you have a normal kidney function, proper filtration, and excretion of waste products from the body, and so on and so on. So the people who don't like to read too much, but who like the scores, they can already be satisfied with these bullet points. The people who like to learn more, they push that button, obviously, and then you get more. So about protein, you get like a small resume. Then we give you a deeper resume that is depending of your scores. So that's each time different. Then you see an evolution. So you see my protein. I was really working towards it. I had some different scores each test, and then here you see a dive deeper article as well. If you really want to learn more about this parameter, if you want to learn about the scores and how they are calculated and everything, then we see more in the dive deeper article. But let's start now. Dive deeper. Okay, yeah, we go a little bit deeper. I'm just going to take here, for example, because I have a 10 out of a 10, I'm going to take one. The 10 out of a 10s, ladies and gentlemen, and also for the leaders, we don't give tips there because they are on track. You know what I mean? So now if I want to show the tips and the wellness tips, I need to go to a score that isn't a 10 out of a 10. So let's go to zinc in this case, okay? And then learn more, and then we go a bit further. And so what you're going to see in first case is a nutrition tip. And second one is a lifestyle tip. So per parameter that isn't in an optimal score, we give you two tips and then also the dive deeper article. So let's go first to the nutrition tip. As an example about zinc. So here we give some neutral advice towards zinc nutrition tips, and these are connected with fish in this case. And then we give you a deeper going nutrition advice, a meal, and we start with the advantages of the meal, the benefits, and then we go pretty deep. We give you the ingredients. So if you want to go to the supermarket, you can make your list in the beginning of the 3 days, and then we give you the instructions how to cook it. And then we even give you the nutritional information. Like if you're on a diet or you like to keep your calories in an app or something, easy done in this way. So this is really deep going. I haven't seen that in other apps so far. I'm quite proud at this. And it will only grow. And so everything that we write about, ladies and gentlemen, is backed up by scientific proof. So not just a blog or a vlog, but we work with yeah, quite high-end information. Um, let's push another one here, for example, as well. Mm-hmm. A little bit of loading time sometimes. Okay. Public health statements. So it's always from universities or high sources of the United States Department of Agriculture. It's always backed up in a high scientific way. And so in this case, about this article, three backed up links. Sometimes it's five, sometimes it's a little bit less. And so, but this is what with everything that we write with BioKissed on each topic, it's always backed up by scientific proof. And so now there's a lifestyle tip combined here as well. So lifestyle tips can go pretty wide. So it can be about breath work, can be about yoga, qigong, fasting, eating less sugar, alcohol intake, cigarettes, and so on and so on. So here in this case, we're gonna look at the practice deep breathing exercises, and then we can check the details here, and then we get some techniques in bullet points, and then you can see breathe your way to balanced zinc, and then we can go a little bit further, and then you see the 478 technique. And so then you will also o- know during this article why it's connected to the parameter zinc, and then the techniques that you can activate during your 3 days, and obviously for way longer as well. Then it's also backed up by references, as you can see here. So what's the goal of the app? We want to create a deeper awareness of the food that you eat and which kind of parameters it touch. And so you get a deeper connection with your food. Now, when you're going to the supermarket, it's not just going to be your favorite food. Obviously, you keep buying that stuff as well. But now you're going to be deeply connected with, okay, what's it for? What I'm eating right now, and what's the advantage of what I'm eating right now? And then with the lifestyle tips, yeah, this will give you an overall healthier lifestyle. So the goal of the app is to create a healthier and stronger temple. So that after 1 month of using the BioKissed app, you say like, wow, I feel better in my skin. I feel more energetic. I have a bigger smile on my face. I'm more conscious. I have more awareness. And so on multiple topics. So far, I've been talking about wellness and nutrition, but we go a little bit further in the app and within the company as well. And then for the people who really like to learn more about zinc in this case, because yeah, we know the word, but what do we know more about the word? Like, what's it for? Why do we have this, or why do we need this within the body? And so we have a lot of reasons that we have listed here. And then, yeah, the optimal results, for example, a 10 out of a 10. Then you also see the milligrams, the zinc value range. And so for the people who have some knowledge in urine analysis, they will be happy with these numbers because they have a deeper understanding. And so the moderate results, and then also the impact on the body. And then we also have the low results, and then again, also the impact on the body. Okay. So, yeah, mega interesting. Yeah, for the people who like to read more, they will learn a lot. And so instead of scrolling through reels and and having a mixture of information, now you get information to uplift your tempo. And so, okay, for the people who want, like, okay, I do a test. Let me show you how a test is done, by the way. I click the screen here, and then, yeah, here I've already urinated on a strip, and then it needs to dry for 60 seconds in the parameters. And I'm going to skip the timer now because I've already been waiting longer than 60 seconds. This is a bio strip. You hold it within the frame, and then, yeah, it's a little bit of a technicality in aiming, and then in a few seconds, the app will calculate your parameter results. All right. And that's how fast it goes. You don't need to drive to a doctor right now, or wait in a waiting room, or pay a quite heavy consultation, and then pee in a cup, and then send the cup to the hospital, and then to a lab, obviously, and then wait a few days for the lab results, and then contact a nutritionist, and then contact a wellness coach. And so all of this together is now done within one app, and quite cheap. I'll talk about that later as well. So that's the difference. That's We didn't create something new. We didn't invent the light here. These urine strips, they exist for a few decades, but we put it into a dress, aka 2024. So if you would go to the pharmacy right now and you would pee on a urine strip, and then you hold it next to a color chart, then yes, you also see a result. But what's next? What are you going to do next with those strips? Most of the time, nothing, right? Yes, you know, but what's the plan of action right now? And then you need to start doing research, or then you need to go to a nutrition coach, and so on and so on. And that's why none of us has ever done this before, but now it's all in your hands. And so that's a big difference. The plan of action. For example, I'm a sportsman since I was born, but I like to go to the gym with an empty mind. That's my way of meditation as well. And so I use an app, and the app guides me during my 1 hour training session. I don't need to think about my next practice. I don't need to think about my plan of action. And so that's why you have an app. Okay? So that's the goal with the BioKissed app as well. So let's go. What have we seen already? I'm gonna close this one right now. All right, I'll center this one. And so what have we seen so far? So we test on 10 parameters to start with. I'm saying to start with because soon there will be more. We're already communicating with a few companies with some different options. We've created an app right now that is able to read color changes, and so we can do this in more and more ways. The women's health, we've already found a product right now that we can implement in the app where you can test your pH levels, which is super interesting. That you don't have to go to the doctor for this anymore when it's just done in a couple of seconds of in house right now. And then yeah, UTIs, urine infections, we can also measure via the app pretty soon. But this is for phase 2. This is on the way. And so many things will be on the way. This is just the beginning. So, okay, we've seen so far the parameters. We've seen how you do a test and the guidance and everything. I didn't go in detail, but you can see that yourself later. And then for the people who like to go quick through the app, like they do a test and then they just want to see, okay, what's my plan of action? They go to the tips page. And so per parameter that wasn't a 10 out of a 10 or optimal, we give you 2 tips, a wellness tip and a nutrition tip. And then it's the same principle than you've seen before. Imagine that you like a tip and you say, okay, I want to implement this in my agenda. Then you can say, okay, I added my reminder. You choose the day that you want to be reminded towards that tip. You can change the hour as well, obviously. And in this case, Wednesday, 9 a.m., I want to be reminded towards this tip because that's the time that I have the time to go to the supermarket or that I have the time to implement this wellness tip, this breath work in this case. Okay. So, or you can do that on a daily base, which you have seen as well, but with a reminder, an app that helps you to remind towards these new traditions. Okay. So and then we have also an explore page. In the explore page, we give you 5 days of articles, 5 days of feedback in different topics. So on Mondays, we will write about the opportunity within BioKissed and then the compensation plan, membership, recognition, academy, and so on and so on. It will only grow. And then on Tuesdays, we talk about wellness, essential oils, herbal teas, nutrition, lifestyle, and so on and so on. Yeah, I always repeat this because I'm really looking forward to that as well. But I see easily within the wellness also the topics of online yoga, online breath work, online meditation, all these things that you can do from home soon, with all people connected all over the globe via BioKissed. I think it's pretty cool. And so it's on the way. And so, okay, eco consciousness, a big one. BioKissed wants to be the biggest eco-conscious network marketing company on the globe. And so I'll talk a little bit deeper about that. But so we create awareness on Wednesdays. And then on Thursdays, we talk about the giving is living principle. So we will talk about the charity organizations that we collaborate with or other principles about giving is living. And then on Fridays, we talk about the 5 elements, an ancient Chinese way of healing yourself and others, and the characteristics, personalities, connecting with each other, learning more about the personalities of your loved ones and your business partners, learning how to collaborate with each other. And so, yeah, this is on Fridays that we will write about this. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the app. It's beautiful as a start. We've worked on this for 14 intense months.